Unfortunately, it is probably harder at this time in history to make the case for marriage on purely rational grounds than almost anything else. And unfortunately, equally unfortunately, it is unbelievably necessary because so many men and women wonder, why get married? I'm going to deal with some of the objections. First, let me just say that this is primarily addressed to men because more men need to be convinced, because women by nature, yes, I believe there is a feminine and a masculine nature, want commitment. Nevertheless, this is addressed to both sexes, but especially to men. So let's deal with it, the case for marriage. Well, first of all, do you want to build a life with someone? It's so simple, isn't it? Do you or don't you? I don't know why people would want to live a life without having shared it with somebody, or shared it with a series of somebodies over the course of a lifetime. There's no comparison. Do you want to get deeper? Do you want to grow up? And I know that this sounds a little almost insulting. It's not meant to be insulting, but come on, everybody who has married, whether they're divorced or they are still married, knows marriage makes you more mature. It can't have any other effect, because when you're single, your primary concern, totally understandably, is you. When will I get up? What will I do today? Where will I be this weekend? What will I do? What will I think? How will I feel? What will I eat? Wow. But when you get married, it's we. That makes you grow up. That makes you a deeper person as well, because the deepest relationship that exists in the world is that of a husband and wife. That is the deepest relationship. I'm not saying that there were no other spectacular relationships and there were no other great friendships. I have wonderful, deep, loving relationships with men. I have had my whole life. I love that. I can't live without that. But there is nothing that quite compares to the depth of the relationship between a husband and a wife. Now people will say, oh, come on, why do I get married? Hey, I could live with somebody. Why get married? It's just a piece of paper. I love that line. It's just a piece of paper. To which I always say, if let's say you're with a man for now 4, 6, 8 years, and you'd like to marry, but he says, oh, it's just a piece of paper, I have a great answer for you. Well, honey, if it's just a piece of paper, why don't you sign it? Because everybody knows it's not just a piece of paper. There's a world of difference, even though it may not be in one's heart. There is a world of difference between being married and living together with somebody. Let me tell you something. There is a very big difference between the word boyfriend and the word husband, between the word girlfriend and the word wife, even between the word partner and the word husband or wife. It's not just a piece of paper. Now, I know all the arguments aside from just a piece of paper, fear of commitment, especially men have this. I understand that. I understand it as a man. Of course, you tell a guy this is the only woman you'll be able to touch for the rest of your life. Let's be honest. It causes men to start to hyperventilate. I understand that. So you have a choice. Would you like to have a deep, committed relationship with a woman, or a succession of women, and on your tombstone will be written, here lies so-and-so, he had 8 great relationships. I don't think that that's the better way to live a life. I don't even think that it makes you happier as a man, let alone as a woman. Oh, and another one, well, all the divorce. There's so much divorce. So what? It's like saying there are so many car crashes, I won't get a license. Yes, there are car crashes, there are marriages that end up crashing, and every one is a tragedy. So what? Why is that an argument against marriage? All it is an argument for marrying the right person. But it's hardly an argument not to get married. And society needs marriage. Society wants people to take care of each other. It's better for the world when people marry. Yes, the case for marriage is powerful. The fact that our age needs that case is a very troubling fact. It is simply a better life for society, for me, for the person I marry, for our children, for the world. Marriage. I'm Dennis Prager.